Dear students, today we are going to start the poetry section of our textbook, First Flight. Our first poem is Dust of Snow. The name of the poet is Robert Frost. Robert Frost is acknowledged as one of the most prominent poets of America. He was born in San Francisco, California on 26 March 1874 and died on 29 January 1963. His important selected works are A Boy's Will, North of Boston, Collected Poems, New Hampshire Witness Tree. He won Pulitzer Prize 4 times. Now, talking about our poem Dust of Snow, we see that it is a short poem having 2 stanzas. The idea of the poem is very simple. It is about how the poet's mood is changed by the small activity of nature. We see in the first stanza the poet mentions a hemlock tree. So let's first read the poem. The way a crow shook down on me, thus dust of snow from a hemlock tree. तो फर्स्ट स्टेंजा में आप देखें हेमलॉक ट्री की बात कर रहा है पोइट. व्हाट इज अ हेमलॉक ट्री? हेमलॉक ट्री इज अ ट्री which is very poisonous and it has small white flowers. Hemlock tree के ऊपर बर्फ पड़ी हुई है and a crow comes there, sits there or flies from it. It is quite unclear. तो एक कौवा है वो पेड़ पर बैठता है या फिर पेड़ से उड़ जाता है और ऐसा करने पर हेमलॉक ट्री पर पड़ी हुई जो बर्फ है वो नीचे खड़े हुए या वहां से गुजर रहे पोइट के ऊपर बर्फ जब उसके ऊपर गिर जाती है. अब इस एक्टिविटी का, इस बर्फ के गिरने का पोइट पर क्या असर होता है, लेट्स फाइंड आउट इन द नेक्स्ट स्टेंजा. हैज गिवन माई हार्ट अ चेंज ऑफ मूड एंड सेव्ड सम पार्ट ऑफ अ डे आई हैड रूट. तो पोइट बता रहा है कि कौवे की इस एक्टिविटी की वजह से उसका मूड चेंज हो गया है. आज वो पूरे दिन से बहुत ही उदास था, वो अपने उदासी भरे ख्यालों में खोया हुआ था, लेकिन एक अचानक से इस छोटी सी घटना ने उसके मूड को बदल दिया है. अब उसका बाकी का दिन जो शेष बचा हुआ है वो खराब होने से या उदास होने से बच गया है. तो पोइट अपने उदासी भरे ख्यालों से बाहर आ गया है. In this way we find that the idea of the poem is very simple and we also see that nature has a great healing power. In a way, nature can bless us. We don't know in what way nature blesses us. We see that there is a use of a hemlock tree which is a poisonous plant. We see that there is a use of crow which is not considered to be a very गुड और ऑस्पिशियस बर्ड. तो हेमलॉक ट्री और क्रो दोनों ही ऐसे सिंबल्स नहीं हैं जिन्हें बहुत अच्छे या शुभ का प्रतीक माना जाता है, लेकिन फिर भी इन दोनों ने पोइट के बाकी के दिन को खराब होने से बचा लिया है, पोइट को उसके उदासी भरे ख्यालों से निकाल लिया है. तो वी नेवर नो अबाउट द हीलिंग पावर ऑफ नेचर एंड वी शुड accept the way nature blesses us. We should be ready of the surprises that nature has for us and we should be thankful for that. Now we see the rhyme scheme of this poem. The way a crow, here you see the crow word is rhyming with the snow word of the line 3. The crow and snow are rhyming. Likewise, me and tree are rhyming. So the rhyme scheme of this poem is A, B, A, B. Similarly, heart and part are rhyming and mood and rude are rhyming. So, the rhyme scheme of the stanza becomes C, D, C, D. So, the rhyme scheme of the whole poem is A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D. Now, we see some poetic devices that have been used here. Alliteration, the use and the repetition of S sound in the line and saved some part. So sir sound is repeated here, so here is a use of alliteration. We see the use of assonance in the line shook down on me. Here the sounds of O vowel is in prominence. Now we see the enjambment. Some sentences continue. Same sentence continues in the next line without any use of punctuation. So this is the case of enjambment, and the poet has used enjambment in whole poem. Now we should also focus on what are the main questions that are asked in the examination. So whenever any stanza is given for comprehension in any exam, so we usually notice that first question generally is what is the name of the poem and the poet. So you should learn that. The next question, what is the dust of snow? So dust of snow क्या होती है? These are small particles of the snow. What is a hemlock tree? We know that hemlock tree is a poisonous plant with white flowers. What do the crow and hemlock represent? Ordinary times में, ordinary situations में हम देखते हैं crow and hemlock tree do not represent any positive attribute. They are used negatively. But here in this poem, these negatively used symbols have changed the mood of the poet. So they came as a blessing for the poet. How does Frost represent nature in this poem? Nature का पूरा बहुत इस्तेमाल किया गया है. जैसे हम देखते हैं यहाँ पेड़ है, हेमलॉक का, बर्ड का यूज़ किया गया है, स्नो का यूज़ किया गया है. तो इस तरह से पूरी सेटिंग है इस पोएम की. तो यू शुड try to focus on other questions that have been given in your textbook.